This is the last video of today. What if Asta was immortal? It's the 4-year-old Asta walked into the forest. He saw a man named Bon with the same white hair as him. The man offered to train him. He trains him. He says, "Kid, take this." He gives him, says, "My time's almost up, but you will become immortal," as he drinks it. And he gains all of Bon's abilities. But they see him change the scythe into 2 gauntlets. These work better for me. When he says, "Okay, yeah, I understand." As he walks back to the church 2 days later. "Oh, hey guys, where were you?" asked the priestess. "I think I'm immortal. I died." As they see him grab a knife and stab him through the neck. They see him pour out. And they heal quick. "Whoa, I'm immortal." As they see him sort as Yuno says, "Asta, you awoke in your magic. You're immortal." But when they do a time skip to when Yuno is getting beat up, they see Asta running and says, "Snatch!" As they both became a string forms on both of them, taking the power of them and just input. He had called 3-fingered magic, where he can use 3 different types of magic, but he only could use 3 parts of his body with them. 3 fingers. He had fire magic, water magic, and earth magic. He sees him put all 3 together. It says, "Power of Earth." Whoosh, as they see a ginormous Earth-sized boulder he throws it at the man, wrapping around. They both fist bump. Yuno and Asta says, "I will become the Wizard King." He inherited something else from Bondo, the ability to cook. And he does have a crush on Sister Lily. Yes, he will get him. He deserves one. But do you see your It's Asta. As they see he doesn't get a good one, people start laughing at him. He puts his gauntlets up and puts them together and says, "All force." It starts taking their strength. They feel weight. As Yuno says, "Asta, why are you doing that?" They laughed at me, Yuno. "I'm still stronger than all of them." "So what? You can't take people's power," he says. "I only took their physical strength." As he puts both three hands and says Earth. As they see a ginormous pool of water, fire, and Yuna says, nope, I'm not dealing with that. Bye! He started flying. Asta said, he puts it on the ground and he starts flying up. Says, I bet you I can. Let's do it. He puts all the fire to the back. As he cuts his Yuna, but then the chainmate says, I'll take both of you. As he said, I'm going to the church, taking a nap. When 2 hours later, the chainmate has Yuna, and he says, hey, I want to take your grimoire and gain that grimoire is friend of yours. He said it's useless trying to get him. What do you mean? Whatever anyone does to him, he will just bounce. But up he's immortal, as Yuno says. Asta and Yuno have a connecting magic because he gave it to him, half of it to him and the other half to him, called psychic magic, where it could bring people. And they see, as Asta comes up and says, I'm here, Yuno. He says, can you help me? Sure. But he says, you're useless. You're magicless. The 5-leaf clover. But when Asta grabs it, he says, change. It's brutal. And he says, it's the grimoire of big leaf forms. Ban takes over. As they see the grimoire change into a frying pan on the front with the 5-leaf clover on it. And he says, Captain? Oh, and also, let's read in the comments down below if I still have them. Get me to 100 likes. Get me to, second part will be 5 likes. So, but Asta said, should he make the 7 deadly sins? But and the staff with the 5-leaf, with golden tail, with the fountain of youth and the spirit be tractful. The name Steel on it. What? I admit you did good, Asta. But let the immortal, true immortal come out. Okay. Do you wish? And he gets thrown in the bed. Catches, but you can't use your thing says can as it's a secret treasure release. Boom! But he sees it has changed to a blade. As he grabs it, says this is weird. Then he presses something on it and it becomes like a spear. Okay. As he says he runs up and actually stabs him in the heart. And then the chainmate starts wrapping chains around. He says, snatch. He snatches magical ability and says, this is useful chain magic. Chain oblivion. As 6 chains wrap around him. Immortality. Brain burst. Boom. He puts it as his head split. Oh no. The man gets knocked out. You know, says, thank you, Asta. This is sure. But who was that out there? That wasn't you. It wasn't. You didn't act the same. It wasn't me, okay? It's the one my immortality strives from. Bond of the seven deadly sins. One of the most vicious order of knights of all of a different kingdom. Long before the four kingdoms now. There was the kingdom of Alonus, and many beings existed. He was the immortal sin of greed, the fox sin. He says, that explains a lot about you. How you actually steal magic and stuff. Yeah. But I'm not as greedy as he is. I'm not as greedy as he is. And yeah, true. As we do a 9 months time skip, we skip to the opening of the time to go, you know. Asta, can you even fly? I don't know. Honestly, I can't fly. I don't know if I can fly it without my Earth Spear. As he puts it, as it forms the Earth Spear, as he jumps on. But he says change. It becomes a wand-like thing. As he started flying. Come on, you know. I'm going to beat you. They got there a week earlier. And he said, this says, I'm going to do something. As Asta pulls out a small dagger and carves his name into something. A wall. He finds a secret passage and he sees an ancient map depicting the kingdoms. And then he sees 7 knights. We know as the 7 deadly sins. He sees all their secret treasures. And he sees something. He says, what is that? He sees a note says, this by Bond says, hey, take these powers. They are all the powers of my group, the 7 deadly sins. But the last one, try not to die. It's demon blood. So yeah, watch out. As he says this, he actually drinks all of them. He gains king's abilities and all that. As he sees another note saying, this is our secret hideout. It leads to any of the magic knight's bases. When he says this, ooh, does anyone know about it? No. As he finds the Wizard King and says, Wizard King. As he bows down and says, I have to show you something. My master, Bond of the 7 deadly sins. He says, I have heard of them. Before this kingdom, there was the kingdom of Leonis. Yeah. He strives from that era. He made me immortal by giving his life for mine. So, I want to show you something. May this be my own base. I won't always live here. It leads to the capital, and you could call me anytime. But don't tell the other captains, unless if I'm in there. Okay? He says, okay. But we skip 6 days later to where the ceremony is. the practical exam. Yes, I'm adding practical exam from Naruto. He actually gets it pretty good. Now we start with the flying person. As he drops the ball, I'm sorry, I can't use a broom, but they see him put his 3 fingers together. The earth sphere forms. They see him form it into a football and start flying. And then they see him drop it and says chain wings. Wings formed of chains. They're flying. And the magic board has they're here. Dragon breath as he puts the sword out. As they see him open his grimoire and says, they see him pull out a sword. No, he doesn't pull out a sword. He says, as he points one of his fingers up, there's a gun. Fire bullet. And he says, Asta. Says, show up. But when he comes to battle boy, Asta says, I'm gonna show my F off. The noble, he fight, use a killing move. As they see it blow off his whole body. Ha, you're dead. But then they see it start regenerating. Nice move, warrior. Immortality is a bitch, he says. What? Yeah, I'm immortal. Deal with it. As they see him pull out the Demon Slayer blade. And then they see his the Bond secret treasure fused with it. And his gauntlet that stores takes magic power fused with it. The sword forms a katana with 9 marks on it. 7 marks on it. As he rushes at the noble and says, steal! And the noble had lightning magic. Steal! As they see him pass out, I stealed his magic power and strength and speed. When they heal lightning magic, lightning shock. As a shock of lightning started forming, what? This is my magic power. Steal. I steal other people's magic and gain them. She says a lightning cloak. A cloak of lightning. But he does get it back. It's more. I copy it. They say, oh. But when they wake up, they get their power back. Huh. That's beautiful. So, all of them raise their hands up and he says, black bows. Why? You see, black bows, they accept people for who they are and not their magic capacity. He says, Yami says, true. Also, it's the closest to my base, so yeah. Base of what? Where I live. They say, okay. But I'm gonna make it to Yuno. We skip to Yuno. Yuno does the same thing, but he when he goes to his room, he says, show me where your room is, he sees him form a portal under his says, come down here. As he sees this luxurious, and this is mine by my master. So to Asta from the 7 deadly sins. Cool, but whoa. This is all yours? Do you want to come? And as he walks in and says, but Naru has seen this. Says, I didn't even know about this. And as she comes in, he says, now we'll sit. As she sees the first Wizard King and the girl saying, who's that girl? She realizes it's her. She says, wait, Don. No, he says, Meliodas made that. As he sees all this stuff, as he said, what in the world is this? Yeah, I'm going to be ending it there. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not going to be posting for a few days, but see ya.